I mean, do we want to get the feather at the top too? I mean, that is just, hello, that is just extravagant. That's giving you the fantasy. Hot tooch! Hey guys, it's your girl, Dida Ritz, aka Miss Cheesecake. Welcome back to Detailz. The Slice. Where I'm going to be giving you my honest and real reaction about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5 All-Stars. Bitch, I am really giving all of this right now. The show must go on. I was happy that they gave us RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. I really thought they was going to be stingy, quite like the Housewives. You know, they being really stingy and holding out on that Potomac one because we all know what happened on Potomac. They actually gave us the girls walking into the entrance room. Apparently, that was because they could not film a promo and everything that was going on. We're going to get into some things what maybe I thought about their looks, or maybe the things I did like or I thought that could be done better, or the girls who I just lived for and just loved. So let's get into it. Slice number 1. I do declare Blair St. Clair. That bitch look young as hell. Oh, she's young. I loved her look. First of all, y'all know I love a bitch with a good old wet human piece. It goes with anything. You could literally be wearing a gown and your hair could be dripping wet and it just, ugh. I loved her in orange. She has such like gorgeous pale porcelain skin, but for some odd reason she can wear it on bright colors and it really works for her. And I don't know if it's just like, I don't know, the right amount of tanning or just confidence, but girl, it works. You know, she came in with like some slapstick, kind of like your dad said that, kind of like Kiki last night type of jokes. I already love that. We're already seeing like a fresher type of like more spicier, because I really do believe that Blair is that sassy bitch. My first impression meeting her was I thought, oh, this girl is extremely mannerable, but I remember thinking also like, oh, this bitch looks like she could read a hoe if she really had to. And I think we gonna see maybe some of that on All Stars. We maybe might see her have to like, you know, like if the girls say, well, we think Blair should go home. Let's just say they say that on the runway. Then I feel like we gonna see her be like, no, bitch. How about you go home? How about this raggedy bitch go home? She's look real expensive. Like she looked like the bitch who shop on Madison instead of Fifth. You know, there's levels to the game. The only time she goes to Fifth is if she wants to go to Bergdorf, darling. Extravagant bitches. If that bitch wanted to pull like some Regina George shit and say I'm prettier than everyone else, she actually could, because that bitch is really pretty. She is not even like that. She's like really nice. But like the fact that she is nice, the fact that she's like pretty and nice and like all of that, like I love that. Like she's like me. I'm pretty, I'm nice, I'm charming. Slice number 2, Mariah Paris Balenciaga ballroom royalty in the house, honey. I love Mariah. Very Mugler vibes. You know, the skin was just so exfoliated for the gods. I just live. What do I expect? She walks face, darling. So of course the skin is gonna be exfoliated. But I was living for seeing Mariah, an early season girl. I'm so happy that Drag Race is paying attention to early season girls. Shade to the newer seasons, but I feel like, you know, hell, I'm just gonna be real. What about us earlier season bitches? I mean, we had to deal with all the fog and the bad lighting. Why can't we deal with the newly renovated workroom? I know we saw her have her Joan Crawford moment, but I also think that she is more wise. She has definitely has some experiences. She really deserves it. She's been moving really well in the industry in order to get this opportunity. I love all the Drag Race girls. Like, I don't really have a problem really with any of the Drag Race girls, but there's some who just like stick in my heart, and like, I love when I'm around them. Like, it's just such a vibe. And Mariah is so that girl. Mariah Paris Balenciaga. I'm rooting for you, darling. Slice number 3, Miss Cracker. God, I feel horrible saying that. I don't know why. It just feels very uncomfortable. Just saying that, it does something to me. That's what it does. Makes me burp. First of all, I want to say, shout out to whoever made her dress. I've always loved Miss Cracker's approach to fashion, because it always is really like well thought out. You can tell, and like something tells me she does look in a Vogue magazine. When I interviewed her at DragCon New York, and I loved what she was wearing there. Like, it was just, she looked like she was wearing like Dior couture or something. She always just manages to really, I don't know, have great looks and really like they're like, she's a campy queen, but she also, like, I truly believe someone like her could be in Vogue. I loved her hair. She probably did it herself. We all know she know how to back home and tease a wig down and back to for the back row. She really has great skills with hair. I'm really excited to see her actually compete. I mean, it's like kind of that thing where they talk about with Bianca Del Rio, where Bianca Del Rio has like the Rolodex of just hate. I feel like Cracker has a Rolodex of just puns. Like, she literally has a Rolodex of jokes and just laughter and kiki. I'm really excited to see her compete. She's one of the girls I do see in the top. She is a very woke bitch, which I love. She is so woke. Honey, Miss Cracker is so woke to the game. Girls don't even know, even with the name Cracker, she is woke as fuck. Oh, let me tell you. That's why I live for this bitch. Okay. Slice number 4. Bam! Alexis Mateo. There's been a few people I've had some questions about why they brought them back or why they're coming back to All-Stars. But Alexis Mateo, I was super happy about the fact that she was there. She looked gorgeous. I also believe that Alexis Mateo is a type of drag that is just not being recognized through the Drag Race machine right now. And I really feel like it needs to be seen, and I feel the fan base needs to recognize it, the show needs to recognize it. It just really represents a type of drag that is just not acknowledged really anymore, and I think that if it was acknowledged and respected, I really feel like it could maybe bridge the gap and open the door for even more different types of people and gender, and I don't know, represents a certain type of drag that just is not acknowledged nor seen anymore, or is taken as a joke. It's almost put in the version of camp when I think it's fierce, if you ask me. I think it's beyond camp, it's fierce. Representing Puerto Rican pride down, which I love when the girls do. It was the Super Bowl reinvented all over again. And if memory serves me correct, I believe even All Stars was filmed before Super Bowl, so it's interesting that Alexis had that. Bam! Slice number 5. India Farah. Literally, when I was getting dressed to film this, India Farah was who I was thinking. Like, extra, over the top ridiculousness. And that is what drag is all about. First of all, she came in rocking the old school. She let you know off the bat, if you got a problem with my type of drag, that is not my problem. That is yours. That is your diary's problem. If you do not like my old school, then that's you. And she came in right off the bat, rocking it, rhinestoned and everything. So clean, so polished, such perfection. Beautiful color, such a beautiful color on her. Like, oh my God, India Farah, you looked impeccable. It was, oh, it really brought a tear to my eye just watching that. And while I'm sitting here talking about the last slice with Alexis, once again, India Farah, a type of drag that is just, it needs to be seen. Understand, like, India Farah to me represents the true drag scene, the true drag artistry scene that you see in drag. When you think about the heavy hitters of drag, I think about it, India Farah. She's been in the game for so long. When I first started in the game, I remember meeting her. She was one of the first Drag Race girls I ever met, but I even knew who she was before Drag Race because she was snatching titles left and right in the game before Drag Race was even like a mainstream or thought about thing. Oh my God, I could talk all day. I can talk all day about her, all night, all day, all day, all night, honey. I'm so happy she's on this season. Slice number 6, Derrick Barry. I feel like even with me having to like do this review, it is like I'm talking shit, which I am. But at the same time, like, it's just drag. I'm very excited to see Derrick because I don't think nobody deserves a chance not to come back. If you went through Drag Race once, you deserve a chance to come back to All-Stars. It doesn't matter if you went home first. It doesn't matter if you won all Drag Race your season. I truly believe everyone deserves a chance to be able to come back. I knew what she was doing because she was doing the whole oops, satisfaction, VMA vibe, which is one of my favorite Britney moments. Like, it's definitely like on my top 2. I was very underwhelmed with Derrick Barry's choice of what he, oh God, this is really hard. I just didn't like it. That's just the easiest way to put it. I feel like when you go to the All-Stars experience, it's just like a chance for you to like elevate and show that elevation of like you as an artist and as a drag performer. And it just didn't seem like there was any elevation there. Now, maybe I will be proven wrong in the episodes, and maybe I will literally have to eat the humble cheesecake, which y'all know I love cheesecake. I ain't got no problem eating some humble cheesecake. Or even pie. I like pie too. I don't know, I just felt like it could have been more. And maybe it is more in person. See how I am. I like to think very much in a broad spectrum. I don't like to just be judging a bitch like whatever. Maybe it's more in person. Maybe there's more of like a, I don't know, maybe it just gave more in person, but I definitely didn't get no satisfaction looking at that when she walked in. I gotta be honest with you, sis. And I love you. You're talented and you do Britney like no other. And I also think that we have to just understand that Derrick Barry too is one of those queens that unfortunately, which happens, this happens in drag, that there are queens who unfortunately they look literally like the celebrity that they maybe are not trying to always portray, but they realize that that can pay the bills, and so that's what they work with. I don't want to sit here and say like I'm trying to tell Derrick to change anything. It's just I don't know, sis. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Alrighty, slice number 7, angina. Yes! I'm standing all of the angina right now. Literally as she was walking in, and I'm not sure if it was like just like the beating of her like costume up here, or like because it was near the microphone probably, but like you could literally, I feel like, hear the like probably the sequins of the rhinestones on her train just dragging behind her, which I live for. That is the most like extravagant shit I have ever seen. It's like I was stuck in traffic. I think that once again it's a different like it's a different mold than we've seen with the Drag Race. You know, I feel that when we look at Drag Race, we see just really kind of a one-note type of queen that is noticed and acknowledged, and I feel like Angina is just a really great representation of a different queen that is shown. She's a queen of color. She's a proud queen of color. I'm really looking forward to her. I really am hoping that she sticks around. She looked amazing when she walked in. She was literally perfection. I just lived for it. Slice number 8. Slice number 8, Jujubee. And honey, we are 4 for 4 with the OG girls. Although Juju has had her chance on All Stars 1, but apparently y'all not counting All Stars 1. Well, it certainly wasn't my favorite. Jujubee always gives a gorgeous mug. She's always beautiful. She really is. She's always beautiful. It wasn't my favorite. I felt it was very, once again, underwhelming. Super happy also that an OG girl is representing. You know, Jujubee is from the earlier seasons of Drag Race. She's from season 2. She is, you know, also just from season 1 of All Stars. I mean, she is truly an All-Star. She's been an All-Star even before she was on season 1 of All Stars. We just have to see the runways. I'm really excited. My thing is always, I'm always excited to see the runways. I'm always excited to see what the girls are gonna give on the runway, because to me the runway really shows who is there like playing and then who is there slaying. Slice number 9. Slice number 9, Shea Coulee. I know what I know when I see what I see. Shea Coulee literally like, okay, so, oh my God. First of all, I love Shea Coulee. She's definitely a dear sister of mine. We've been friends for a very long time. I'm always amazed by her drag and her art, because it is like, she looked like, y'all, literally like a mannequin in a window. Like you go into the department store of a high-end store and you literally see like Shea Coulee standing on a pedestal. Like, bitch, where is this at? I need this. Like, literally all that was, oh, she looks so expensive. Sis, you didn't look expensive, you look expensive. Like, expensive. Like, you ever see a bitch look so rich, you be like, damn, she look expensive. That bitch look expensive? I was super excited when I heard I told her, I said, Mama, I'm so excited to see you, because she's just, that's a savage, honey, in a good way. She's a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. I need to wet the palette real quick. Slice number 10, Mayhem Miller. Let me tell y'all, y'all had let Miss Mayhem have it. Every girl is different about their drag, and I feel like when I wear anything off the rack, period, or let alone something from Amazon, would I wear that my first day at All Stars? No, I wouldn't. Especially as a girl of color, because I already know y'all gonna read me even if I'm like dressed in Gucci. At the same time, look at Monet Exchange. She wore a really simple black leotard. She really didn't give a hoopla about anything. She just gave, she wore a simple black leotard and she won. Y'all call it a tie, but she won. So I feel like we can't count Mayhem Miller out because she wore something from Amazon. Like, I'm just gonna say this, and baby, y'all can go ahead and the comment section is open for opinions, trust and believe. I feel like there is a picking and choosing of who is allowed to wear these type of things. There are a lot of queens that I've seen, even in the Drag Race family alone, that have worn things from Amazon, Wish, Fashion Nova, any Instagram boutique, Etsy, anything. Like, I've seen girls who literally to this day still wear those things. There's nothing wrong with wearing those things. I mean, I love a good Fashion Nova piece my damn self. But I feel like it's not fair with the harassment I saw her getting, because I feel like there are a lot of things, and I'm not going to turn this into the Drag Race fans say this and they allowed this girl to get away with that. That's a whole nother video. But I do feel like this is a perfect example where there have been girls who give less or underwhelming looks, and you guys just sweep that under the rug, or maybe don't give her as much of a hard time, but you give someone like Mayhem Miller, who I think looks really beautiful and looks great in that costume. Maybe everyone does have, but at the same time, she looks great in it. Like, and that's maybe Mayhem being a way of relating herself to the people, being relatable, showing queens that you don't have to have this much, you don't have to be a RuPaul's Drag Race girl. You know what I mean? I feel like we gotta do better. And like I said, I'm not gonna come down on the fan base right now, because I really think that's gonna be a whole separate video that I'm gonna have to make, just really like stating my opinion. But I think that the fact that we are in quarantine right now, the world is literally coming to a fucking end, it feels like. Like, we literally feels like we're just all gonna explode in 1 second. And you guys are over here complaining about a drag queen wearing a jumpsuit from Amazon that a lot of y'all would wear if you got the chance to be honest with you. I mean, everybody wanna be a drag queen now, and everybody feel like they know drag. So I mean, maybe you wanted to wear the jumpsuit. Maybe you was mad. Maybe you ordered the jumpsuit and then you got mad because Mayhem